Today we're going to unbox, we're going to put together, and we're going to test out one of these cold smoking machines. I'll let you know my thoughts on the whole process, including the ease of use, if it was a pain to assemble, and if it's worth the price. I'll have chapters in this video so you can skip ahead to the section you want to see the most, or if you want to know every little single thing about it, just enjoy the whole video. If you're interested in trying this one out for yourself, I will leave a link down in the description box below for your convenience. Also, the brand did send me this item to check out and review. However, they have not paid me any money, told me what to say, or influenced this video in any way. All thoughts and opinions are my own. So let's see what's in the box. Okay, so everything was well packed. This is the lid for the main chamber that holds the pellets. This is the power unit and the fan. Comes with a nice cleaning brush. The box contains the handle, the USB cord. It does not come with a power plug, FYI. The two ashtrays that it comes with, and then this white envelope contains all the screws and even the tools you'll need to put it together. It comes with two tubes, one long silicone tube that you can trim and customize your size, and a shorter one that's attached with clamps to a stainless steel hose. So it does say these two things in the instruction manual as well, but it does come with two little notes that give you important information. One regarding the plug. Like I said, it comes with a USB cable, USB-C to USB-A, but it does not come with the adapter to plug into a wall. It's just letting you know that the adapter should be a 5 to 7 volt adapter with a 2 amp minimum. Otherwise, it'll wreck the motor. If you don't have access to a plug, you can use a power bank, but it's still telling you between 5 and 7 volts output with a 2 amp minimum. The other sheet is just explaining the significance of the length of the hose. You don't want it to be too long. Also, you want to make sure that the tube is in a downward position, not down and then going up, not too long, and without any kinks in it. Now I'm going to put this thing together, and instead of showing you every single step of that, I'll just kind of walk you through it. First, it told me to install the handle, which was a screw and a nut. Really simple. By the way, that screwdriver they supplied was the only tool I needed. Then it told me to attach the two stands on both sides for the ashtrays. And then those are the silicone ashtrays. The ashes kind of come out of the two holes there. And then it told me to attach the motor to the bottom with a couple of wing nuts. This was actually the most pain in the butt part because, well, I have a big hand and there's not really a whole lot of room to get those twisted in. So that was kind of inconvenient, but it is what it is. Then it tells you to attach the small tube that comes out of the main chamber into the fan and route it through the notch that it has. Then we clamp on the tube, put on the lids, and it's assembled. Honestly, it probably took 5-7 minutes to put together, but it did have some leftover screws and came with some spare seals. So now that it's all ready to go, let's put some pellets in there and see how it lights. So I'm doing this on my gas grill, and of course it's not on at all because we're cold smoking, so it's just being used as the vessel. I'm going to smoke some mozzarella cheese, so I got a mesh mat on top of the grill grates. And I got a fresh bag of pellets. We're going to take a couple of handfuls and load up the generator. I probably went with maybe 5 handfuls. I didn't want to put too much on there because it does say it can go for 12 hours. So I've had a couple different smokers throughout the years and have smoked a lot of meat, but I've never actually cold smoked anything. I've also smoked stuff, hot smoked stuff on my gas grill using one of those pellet tubes or a wood chip box, which we'll compare this to later on. The hole right above the ashtray is where you can light it up with your torch. Once you see a little bit of a flame going on there, then you know it's good. Then it says to run it on high for 2 minutes and then adjust to your liking. I actually turned this all the way down because high was just a ton of smoke and low was plenty of smoke. And I got it feeding into the grill with the little notch that the grill has. I am curious how much ash these ashtrays are going to collect. By the way, I did one block of cheese for 3 hours and the other one for 2. You can see that after 3 hours, there's still plenty of wood pellets in there and the smoke is coming right out. So next time I know I don't need as much. This thing can easily generate enough smoke for enough hours for a pork butt or even a brisket. So we got the 3-hour cheese and the 2-hour cheese. We're just going to give it a little taste, even though it'll taste way better after it just sits in the fridge for about 2 weeks. The 2-hour cheese, I just barely noticed smoke flavor. The 3-hour cheese, you could actually feel like a film, like it developed a little bit of a skin. And you definitely tasted the smoke flavor, but after about 2 seconds, the smoke flavor seemed kind of off. But it's supposed to really mellow out in the fridge after a few weeks. So as I seal up these 2 blocks of cheese, here are my final thoughts. It was easy to put together, easy to use, and it definitely seems like it could put out hours and hours and hours of smoke. Cleanup was fairly simple too. Obviously, when it stops burning and is completely cooled down, you can remove a lot of the silicone parts, like the ashtrays, the tops and bottoms of each tube, and it comes with that cleaning brush too. But you definitely want to wear some latex gloves when you're removing everything and cleaning everything up. So using one of those $10 smoke tubes would definitely work for cold smoking and for hot smoking on your gas grill. You load it up with pellets, you put a torch to it, and you got a good 3-4 hours of smoke. This thing's a lot larger. If you filled it up, according to their Amazon listing, it could go for 12 hours. So is it worth about 10 times the amount of one of these? Well, that depends on a few things. Cold smoking, you need the temperature to be, well, cold. Now, depending on what you're cold smoking, you can have a little bit of leeway. But with something like a block of cheese, you wouldn't want it to be 80, 90 degrees because the cheese will, well, start melting. I did it when it was about 40 degrees outside. So absolutely no worries about melting. You got to remember though, if I used a regular smoke tube, that would be inside the grill with the cheese. And that thing will obviously generate heat, making it even warmer inside the grill. So say it was like 60 degrees outside and you use that smoke tube, it might be too warm inside that grill to do something like cheese. The nice thing about this is the heat is obviously outside of the grill and just the smoke is entering. So it does not affect the temperature inside the grill at all. I would say if you just want to try cold smoking something, or you only plan on doing it once or twice a year, just spend the $10 and get the pellet tube. But if you plan on doing a lot of cold smoking, then this definitely makes more sense. Hopefully this video gave you a little bit more information on the product, and if it did, give the video a like. You can, of course, get more information on the Amazon listing. I'll have the link down below in the description box. By the way, if this is the first time you're checking out my channel, welcome. We definitely will have more cooking-related reviews in the future, plenty of air fryer recipes, along with traditional methods, grilling, and barbecue. In fact, you might like this video right here.